دی امام مراوت علی کی ہے، قاتل کو دی امام مراوت علی کی ہے، عادل ہو پیشوا مدار المہان ہو، گر ہو نبی کے بعد تو ایسا امام ہو، گر ہو نبی کے بعد تو ایسا امام ہو، 19ویں سے آپ کا ماتم ہے یا علی، ہو گئے دلوں کا یہ عالم ہے یا علی، دفتر جہاں کا درہم و برہم ہے یا علی، ماہ سیام ماہ محرم ہے یا علی، ماہ سیام ماہ محرم ہے یا علی، مولا کی نظر کو گوہر اشک لائے، یہ روزہ دار آپ کے پرسے کو آئے ہیں، یہ روزہ دار آپ کے پرسے کو آئے ہیں، دونوں شبیں علی کو تڑپتے ہوئے بس لیتے تھے اس طرف کبھی کروٹ کبھی ادھر، رو کر دباتے پاؤں جو شبیر نام رہ جاتے تھے امام دو عالم ہلا کے سر، رہ جاتے تھے امام دو عالم ہلا کے سر، ردا تھی نظر میں مجسم حسین کی، آواز سن کے روتے تھے زینب کے بہن کی، آواز سن کے روتے تھے زینب کے بہن کی، جب 20ویں کا دن بھی تڑپ کر ہوا تمام، ام البنی سے چونک کے کہنے لگے ماں، 2 دن سے سب میرے بچے ہیں بیٹا، فاطمہ ان پر گزرے گی کیا آج کی بشارت، فاطمہ ان پر گزرے گی کیا آج کی بشارت، اچھا ہو اب تو میں یہ عبث بے قرار ہے، کھانا انہیں کھلاؤ کہ سب روزہ دار ہے، کھانا انہیں کھلاؤ کہ سب روزہ دار ہے، بولے حسین باپ سے ہاتھوں کو جوڑ کر، سب کھائیں پھر جو آپ تناول کریں اگر، فرمایا رزق اٹھ گیا مجبور ہے پدر، پانی بھی اب گلے سے اترتا نہیں پسر، پانی بھی اب گلے سے اترتا نہیں پسر، دعوت علی کی آج گھر میں لا کے، روزہ کھلے گا ساتھ رسالت پناہ کے، روزہ کھلے گا ساتھ رسالت پناہ کے، چپ ہو گئے یہ کہہ کے شہنشاہ کائنات، سمجھے یہ سب کے غش میں ہے شاہنی کو صفات، جس وقت باقی رہ گئی کچھ کم گھڑی، بلا अजल ने कता किया रिश्ता हयात, तेरे अजल ने कता किया रिश्ता हयात। तड़का था नूर का के सबर कर गए, सब शिया बे इमाम हुए मर गए, सब शिया बे इमाम हुए मर गए। ईमा की जान क्या है मोहब्बत अली की है।
बहुत खूब भाई, बहुत खूब।
Once again, I'll request the ladies to please come inside the hall, join in the majlis. We're going to be listening very, very closely to Maulana. So please come inside, the ladies. I'll now request the Abbas Sheikh to do the recitation to commemorate the Shahadat of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam in English. Salawat pad lijiyega.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
My condolences to you this day and to the light of the Ahlul Bayt. For this poem, I'd like to take you to Kufa, 3 days of anxiety from the Shias of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Raise the flag of sorrow, ring the bells of grief, the mu'adhin calls adhan and Muslims line up in the streets. The Shias have been waiting, praying, grieving in their homes, hands up to the sky, the entire earths begin to mourn. 2 days have passed now, long days, they feel like years. The household of the Prophet has become a house of tears. A Ma'soom Imam he struck, and thus he damned himself to hell. He struck such a blow, a tremor everywhere was felt. Dear Lord, remove your mercy from the killer of Ali. Ibn Muljim was his name, he will burn for eternity. He took from us a leader, our prince, our precious king. The birds and beasts mourn too, great grief their voices bring. The commander of the faithful has been laying sick in bed. I wake up from my nightmares fearing my Imam is dead. The time is coming now. I can feel it in my flesh. I know that my Imam is going to his eternal rest. We're going to the masjid now as people of Kufa. The news we feared has come, the news of Shahada. To the mosque we go now to console our new Imam. Fatherless and orphaned now is the leader of Islam. As I walk, I remember the justice of Ali, how he dealt with his killer. I recall his just decree. If I die now, then punish him so the world can see, but strike him only once, just as Ibn Muljim did strike me. But if it's in Allah's plan that I may live this through, I'll deal with him myself and you shall see what I will do. And when they found and caught the killer and brought him to Ali, my Mawla gave him milk to drink and gave him food to eat. My condolences to you this day I give on this great soul, the perfect example of justice. With him Islam became whole. Successor of the Prophet and husband of Fatima, for his soul and for our Mahdi, please recite as-salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Jazakallah, Abbas. Please recite a loud salawat. We're still waiting. I think the sisters have not yet moved from the ladies' side of the ICZ. So we're still waiting for the sisters to join us. Please join us here. I'll now request Brother Jafar Mohsen. He wishes to speak to us about the ICZ. Salawat pali jagah.
Yeah, let's change in language. But the rules, mashallah.
So we have a short presentation by ICC Youth. Shazil, please come up. Recite aloud salawat.
बारे दीगर सलावात
Assalamualaikum everyone. Today I'm going to be representing the ICZ youth.
a little louder.
Today I'm going to be presenting the ICZ youth and who we are. We're the ICZ youth group, and we strive to build a strong community amongst the youth, a community based on trust and communication. And we are a platform for youth's voice to be heard in our community. And we seek to gain knowledge about Islam and together as a community. So we have weekly discussions. We hold them on Saturdays or Sundays with Maulana Hadi Yasin. And we've had many discussions throughout the year. And some of our past topics have been Islam's view on the supernatural, life after death, and the coming of Imam Mahdi. And also we have monthly activities. So we, as a youth, we engage together and have activities fun activities each month. And the past activities we've had are bowling, hiking, snow tubing, Ramadan all-nighter, girls camp, and brothers all-nighter. And inshallah in the future we're going to be planning laser tag, paintball, and boys camp, all with Maulana, and inshallah we'll get his knowledge through those. And you can email us for more information or find us on social media by these links. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Shazul. Keep it up, inshallah. Respected Sayyid Hadi Yasin, Mu'mineen, Mu'minat, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Jafar Mohsen. I am one of the many volunteers. You see they are working every day from one corner to other corner. Just please recite salawat for them. In every year in the holy month of Ramadan and Muharram al-Haram, we do come in front of you, and our main objective to coming in front of you is to deliver two objectives. The one is to provide you the current state of Islamic Center of Zahra's affair, you need to know what's going on, what happened, and where we stand. And secondly, to generate some funds. And funds are needed for day-to-day business, to pay off the loan, and for its future plans. And I'm sure with your help, we can achieve that objective also. So I have not too much to talk, and I will request the brother Amir Mir to come in the front and provide you the State of Islamic Centers Affairs. Salawat.
On behalf of the Finance Committee of ICC and the Board of Trustees, I just want to give a quick update on where things stand, where we're at, and where we need help. Without help, we cannot go where we want to go. And with help, we have been where we want to be. So key highlights, right? Significant progress has been made on all fronts over the many years. You've heard us talk about the things that we want to do with the objective, and with your support, we are on our way to financial independence, which is an ultimate objective of any center, and certainly of ours too. That enables sustainability, and that enables this center, which is your center, our center, to be financially independent and the foundation for, not just for us, but more importantly for our youth and future generations after that. This is we are laying the foundation right here. In the grand scheme of things, ICZ is a very young organization, but inshallah it will be an organization that will last for a long, long time, and as far as we're concerned, forever. Inshallah. So thank you very much for all of that. One word I will describe in terms of in terms of us and where we're at, our momentum. Okay. Remember last year we talked about we're a progressive center. We're thinking ahead. We're doing different things, bigger things, better things. And there's momentum. So let's build on that momentum. We've had some very key accomplishments just summarized in a few groups, right? We've established a whole organization. There's establishment of departments, various departments. There's Department of Education, Department of Technology, and so on and so forth. And I'll give an example of some of the programs that have been added. And each department has a mission, has objectives, and a team, a dedicated team that's working towards. And mashallah, it's working really well. We have established committees underneath that, and a lot of work has been done, happening underneath that as well. And then a lot of programs, enriched programs, not just programs that are haphazardly put together and are not of high value. These are high value, very well put together programs. And like Brother Jafar Mohsin said, run by volunteers. Right? So we're all spending time, a lot of volunteers spending time on this. So what are some of these programs? First of all, there's a number I want you to think about. 72%. 72% growth in the number of programs offered by ICZ. MashaAllah. And these programs are just not ordinary programs. On the left side, yes, there are bigger, more traditional type programs that you would expect any center to do. Thursday night programs, mashallah, do really well. And then a number of other programs, including Ramadan programs and so on. We have Sunday school. We have publications. Teams have spent under the guidance of Maulana Hadi Yassin on producing publications. These are just two examples. One is a Ramadan booklet. It's very rich and it's very easy to understand in its content. And then the Ramadan booklet and the Muharram booklet. And these are part of the curriculum of the programs that are run for the youth while we are here listening to the speeches, right? The three groups over there, there's a toddler group for games and stuff, and then two other age groups up to 12, where different types of orientations happen in a very fun, good environment. This is the kind of things that we need. This is the kind of programs and education that we need for our youth today. Think about it, ICZ in its current state, maybe 6 years old or what have you, that's a very short period of time, but in that short period of time, any of your kids who were, say, 3 years old, they're 9 years old right now. The inculcation, foundation, that's all happening right here, right now, and it cannot happen with your support. And with your support, we've been able to do all of these things, and I'll give a financial update on how that has all helped. But that's not it. These are some traditional programs. On the right side of that chart, you see new, bigger, better, enriched programs, different things, broader things. You heard from Shazil just now on youth activities. There are other social activities. There are interfaith groups. There is language classes. We just completed 3 language classes, Farsi class, Urdu class, Arabic class, right? All happening right here at the center with your support and with the support of all the volunteers. So it's a very rich curriculum, it's a very rich objective set of missions and objectives. And again, 72% increase. Okay. Progressive, momentum. Here's some examples, some pictures of last year, for example, there was a program where the families here got together and built care packages for the homeless in San Francisco. In Arba'in, we went to San Francisco and we distributed them, and with our own hands, built with our own hands, with our time and effort, and our support and funding. On the left side, you might recognize this flyer for the interfaith program that's coming up. We did one last year in Ramadan. We're doing one on June 1st. So please make sure you attend. Please make sure you invite your other non-Muslim friends to attend. This is how we outreach to the community. This is how we be all-inclusive and bring everybody in. Just quickly on financials, to do all these programs, to have all the foundational support, run the operations, our monthly expenses are about $17,000. On average per month, we intake about $8,500. So there's a delta every month. Now, every year we do fundraising and some of that delta gets absorbed. And that's why we are right now. We're at, our last fundraiser was in Muharram, so it's been a while, and we need to generate more funds. So the goal of this evening, as would be the goal for Ramadan, is $100,000. Now, how hard is that for us? We're in the Bay Area. We're all professionals. Most of us work for big companies or different companies. We do things. We do things outside. We buy Starbucks a few times a week for $3 a cup, right? If you add all that up, that's $1,000 a year. Okay. Can we spare $1,000 a year? If all of us here committed $1,000 a year, we would reach that goal right away. Okay. Now, some of us may not be able to do that. Some of us can do $500 a year. Some of us can do $2,000 a year, $5,000 a year. Whatever we can do, we as a community, there are about 120 families affiliated with this center. There is no reason why we should not be able to fulfill this gap forever. And the way to do this is forever is to really open up our hearts, open up our pockets, and donate. Now, in this month, obviously, it's especially a good investment. So, speaking as a former finance professional, you've all seen or heard, most of you or many of you, about the gains in the stock market from Apple stock or Netflix stock. That's a great investment at some point, right? Netflix, Apple, Google, so on and so forth. Well, what's a better investment? A better investment that gives you rewards exponentially, right? For all of mathematics majors over here, exponential rewards. Tonight is the night to get exponential rewards. The best stock ever, I guarantee you that. The ICZ stock, the best stock ever. Okay. So please let's open up our minds. Let's open up our hearts. Let's think about this. There are pledge forms being passed around. Please fill those pledge forms. If you have a check today, give a check today. If you don't have a check today, write your pledge and we will contact you and we will be in touch. If you have a credit card, you want to give credit card donation, that's also fine. Cash is always also fine. Any form is okay, but do pledge. Do pledge. And if you're thinking of a number, and you're going to write it down, I want you to think again before you write it down. Think about doubling that number. Think about the exponential benefits. Think about this month of Ramadan. Think about how that benefit continues forever. So the forms are coming around. Please write your name, at least a name and phone number and a pledge amount. So while the forms are coming around, I won't go through in detail. There's a lot of detail that is available. By the way, we've organized finances of ICZ in a very organized manner in QuickBooks. Everything is visible. Everything is transparent. Here's a lot of details. Anytime any of you would like more transparency, we'd be happy to provide that. But this gives you a snapshot of the inflows on the left side, the expenses in the middle, and then the gap that we have. And again, the gap that adds up to about $100,000, and we need to fill that gap. I'm going to take a few seconds to talk about the mortgage. By the way, $5,000 a year, a month approximately we spend in mortgage. About half of that is interest on mortgage. So collectively, we should think about how that mortgage goes away towards financial independence. And we don't need to do too much fundraising after that. Here's what we've done. We've done really well. In 2014, the mortgage outstanding amount was almost $1 million. Today, it's half that. So thanks to the community, we've been able to pay down half of it. But there's half still left. Can we take care of the half as a community? Absolutely yes. 100% yes. And I think this is the year to be able to do that. This is the year we should pay this off, and we should save on $2,500 a month that we pay in interest. We don't need to. How many of us drive around the Bay Area and look at these beautiful synagogues and beautiful churches, right? Their communities stepped up. They own that property. They own those locations. Okay? More forms. Skip the form so that people will share the benefits. So here are the objectives, right? Paying down mortgage, increase enrich programs. You saw all those enrich programs, and fund for seamless operations. It's very simple. The vision and mission are clear. We're doing really well. Thanks to all of you, we are doing well. But we can't stop the momentum. If we slow down right now, we cannot slow down. If we slow down right now, this thing drags on for a long time, and our kids will be left with doing the same thing we're doing here right now. We don't want that. We want this center to be functioning, to be the foundation, and inshallah in a few years to be in a bigger, better center. And that's totally, completely possible. So please donate generously. There are various ways to donate. I talked about pledge form and so on. Many of you do monthly pledges, monthly deductions. That's very important. Consider increasing that. Consider increasing that. Cost of everything has gone up in the Bay Area for the last 5 years, yet most of our monthly contribution from members has been flat. So please consider increasing that. That's the best way for us to have sustainability. Make a one-time donation, and of course, you can also do a pledge for the plaque for Monument of Zahra for your loved ones, and also that's $2,000 a plaque, and then $25,000 for accumulated for the full square. So please fill out those forms. Everyone, please. I would request everyone to fill out the form, no matter what amount you want to put out. Now that this is the time, exponential returns on the investment you have. There's a reason you are all here, and there's a reason why there's a form in front of you, a form near you. This is the opportunity.
Here also.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
So everyone has forms. Whoever has forms and has not written an amount and about to write an amount, please think about doubling that amount. We think about an amount first, but now's the time to lean in. And then when you're done with the form, you can send it all back. And Jazakallah to everybody. Thank you so much for everybody. All this progress that's happening is because of all of your support. If it wasn't for everybody's support, we would not be having all of this success. And with that success, we also had the pleasure of having our own resident alim, Sayyid Hadi Yassin, join us last year. So that's been another great success for us. Thank you.
Here we have some names. Please recite salawat for every name. Stan Abbas, $1,000. Hussein Ali, $1,000. Brother Anonymous, Brother Najam Raza, $1,000. Shabahat Alicia, $500. Anonymous, $500. Plaque donation by Brother Ashton Kazmi, Salawat. Another anonymous, $1,000. Another one, $1,000. Another one, $1,000. Another one, $1,000. MashaAllah. And another one, $1,000. Another one, $1,000. Another $500. $100. $100. $1,000. Anonymous, $10,000. Yeah, if you want to sign up for automatic withdrawal, we have a form. Just raise your hand. Brother Askar has those forms. Brother Amir Kermani, $500. Ali Malik, $20. Brother Baz Hussain, $1,000. Mr. Iram Zedi, $500. Anonymous, $500. Sayyid Awais Raza, $100. Anonymous, $1,000. Anonymous, someone has put your name as anonymous, who really need to know your name at the end of the program. $1,000. Zahra Mohsin, $100. Kalsoom Mohsin, 99.99. It's a good way to get attention. It's anonymous, mashallah, $4,000. IBA server, $200. Another flag form from Brother Nasir Rizvi. There is no name on this form. It's $500. Shazil Taqi, $500. Yeah, there's a phone number, so it's a new name now. Shazil Taqi, $100. Another $20. Atma Naqvi, $100. Sayyid Fawad Haider, $500. Hania Naqvi, $100. There is no name whatsoever here, $100. Anonymous, $500. Another $1,000. Brother Abid Dharmal, excuse me, $400. Anonymous, $1,000. Another anonymous, $1,000. Another anonymous, mashallah, $10,000. Another anonymous, $1,000. Another anonymous, oh, they're increasing $50 in monthly payments, mashallah. You know, this is really a long-term, very good way to do it. Salawat. Anonymous, $2,000. Another $100. Imam Qaddas, Sister Sinam Qaddas, $100. Another anonymous, $300. Another anonymous, $50. Sayyid Shuja Mohsin, $500. Another anonymous, mashallah, $10,000. Another anonymous, $45. Ilmas Zahra, $100. Sister Nuzat Zaidi, $1,000. Another anonymous, $100. There is a cash payment, $20 salawat. Anonymous, $500. Another anonymous, $50. Anyone else, please? From the sister sides, if you have, please send it to you. We all know the best month for the charity is the holy month of Ramadan. When you look up Surah Baqarah, you know, the Holy Quran in Surah Baqarah, the second verse talks about the charity. Kazim Rizvi, $100. Anonymous, $100. Anonymous, $500. Mashallah, mashallah, so far, mashallah, we're doing, yeah. But we're not there yet. Automatic withdrawal, mashallah. Ali Sabzubari Zahid, $50. But still, doors are still open. And they will remain open, by the way, whole month. You know, you can come even after. You can come maybe second time, third time.
Not even whole month, whole year.
For the rest of your life, in the simple way, you know. Why not? Unanimous cash donation, $50. See, there's already mercy. This is a cooling game. This air conditioner is working so much. Ali Nakwi cash, $20. Brother Bilal Mehdi, $500. Brother Shafir Nakwi, $1,000. This is a cash, Fatma Nakwi, $100. Zahra Sayed, $500. Unanimous, $200. Anonymous monthly contribution $200 towards the plaque. Yeah. And Asad Basi, brother Asad Basi, $50 monthly contribution, mashallah.
So we are at about $65,000. 63, mashallah. Salawat. There is still a chance. We're short of our goal. Many of you may have pledged some, but may want to increase their pledge. There is still a chance. This is Ramadan, this is the night. It's going towards the absolute right causes forever. There is still a chance. Anyone wants a form, you want to be anonymous, that's totally fine. But if you haven't filled one in, you can. But if you have and you want to increase your amount anonymously or identified, that's fine. This would be a good option. If you want to pledge and you want to pay a month or a couple of months later, that's fine too. But let's make the commitment today.
There's another anonymous $5,000.
صلوات على محمد وعلى محمد. Very quickly, inshallah, I was hesitating to talk or not because I just want to go, inshallah, start over Ramadan night. But something came to my mind to share with you. Beside the ayat of Quran that keeps encouraging us to donate, encouraging us to contribute to something that would be the sadaqah jariyah, the continuous charity. All of us, sooner or later, one day, we're not going to be here in this dunya. All of us, with whatever we have, is going to be all gone. One thing would be left behind, and what we do for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this dunya. Those who leave something in this dunya, they will have the charity, the sadaqah, the thawab will be sent to them, even they are not in this dunya. Right? This is the chance that at places like here, spiritual places, you have the opportunity to leave something after yourself, even in this dunya, while you are here and even after yourself. The hadith says, make sure you donate enough before it's too late. You go somewhere there is no chance to spend, to wish to do anything at the day of judgment. Before you go there, there's no chance. You have to take advantage. I always say, people, we have to beg the centers to take our money, because some of money that we have, they're just good to be used to go to the trash. Depends on the opportunity and the benefit and the tawfiq of that money. Some of the money that we have, we should buy something and then put it to the trash. You know, some of the thing we just take it and go. We don't even know how it comes and it goes. We have to beg the centers to take our money in order to be spent in something that is going to stay forever, inshallah. Therefore, whatever you leave here, the hadith, I always say, Sheikh Abbas al-Umi, he wrote Mafatih, he put together Mafatih al-Janan. Up until today, whoever reads the Mafatih, one thawab goes to who? What is it? If someone donates something, it goes to the carpet, goes to the wall or something. Well, if they are in this dunya or not, the thawab will be given to them as well. So it's a smart, Brother Ahmed said very nicely, it's the greatest investment, even for financial and physical aspect of this dunya. Quran says, "Man alladhi yuridu Allah qardan hasana." You give us some loans, Allah is not going to be the one that you say tomorrow goes, I spent $10,000 for ICC or some other center. It says, you gave $10,000, I gave back to you $1 million. You can't tell me, even from the physical perspective and financial perspective, Allah will send back to us, inshallah. So make sure, inshallah, how much more, Brother Amr, you need? Bismillah, find someone.
How about 5,000?
Here, say on the loudspeaker.
One pledge of 10,000 and we're done. Two pledges of 5,000. Anyone? How about 2,500, 4 pledges? This is the opportunity. This is the time. Again, you can remain anonymous, you can pay in a month, 2 months.
Zainab server, $100.
It's very exciting to see the youth donating. Many of them are not donating.
You know, earlier I said that why we do the fundraising mainly for 3 reasons. For our day-to-day activities, pay off the loan, and for the future plans. Is it, you think, impossible if we dream that we would like to have a grand mosque here that accommodate 5,000 people in this area? It is possible. We just need to work for it. It may not happen in my lifetime, but you continue that vision and goal, we can inshallah achieve that. Having a grand mosque in this cost, we don't have, unfortunately. So we need to build ourselves. We need to really open our hearts and open our pockets. Inshallah, it will work. A day will come, inshallah.
We're going to end this program, the fundraising, but we are still here. Anyone throughout, before you leave, if you want to fill a pledge form, please do. This is the opportunity to answer that. Thank you. So the final tally amount so far right now is $68,000. Jazakallah, the amount just went up to $70,000. Thank you.
Amir, are you done?
Jazakallah, everyone who has contributed today. And as I mentioned, the doors are open. You can come tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or anytime. Jazakallah. Allah give you a lot of reward for this one.
Brothers and sisters, we are very grateful to you for your patience and your generous donation. May Allah protect you from all the evil. Please recite a loud salawat for yourself. So I will now request Hujjatul Islam, Maulana Hadi Yasin, to please address the Majlis Shahadat of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Nare salawat. برای دیگر صلوات.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا حبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبو القاسم المصطفى محمد. وعلى البيت الطيبين الطاهرين ولعنة دائما على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى لقاء يوم الدين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this great opportunity that once again, inshallah, in the night of Badr, we are together sitting in the majlis of shahadat of our first Imam, Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam. Indeed, it is a tawfiq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to all of us. It's tawfiq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we're sitting in this important night all together. Night of Qadr is Sayyidul Layali. Is the most important night of the year. Khayrun min alf shahr, better than 1,000 months this month. Of course, however Allah is calculating that He's telling us that this month is better than 1,000 months. Don't think that the night by itself, just the hours, is better than 1,000 months. No. Don't think that someone who just is awake tonight, doing whatever it is possible, is better than 1,000 months for them. No. It's the same night as yesterday, as the same night as today, and next month. The a'mal of you in this month are better than 1,000 months amal. The intention of you, what you do in this night, it's equal to 1,000 months. Hadith saying one ayah of Quran in Ramadan, it's equal to whole Quran recitation in other months. One amal that you will have tonight is khayrun min alf shahr. One amal. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's towards satisfaction of Allah and towards getting closer to Him. That amal is the one who would help you to get closer to Allah and to progress more than 1,000 months. Amal. It shows how important, how much opportunity we have tonight. But let me start my speech with this question. Now that we have all these opportunities, one night better than 1,000 months. Before you came to this majlis, did you have a plan for tonight? I want to start having two questions. Number one, what do you want to achieve tonight? What are you looking for? While I'm talking, quickly go to your mind and to your heart right now. Don't look at me. You're looking at me, but go to your mind and your heart. Two questions. Number one, what do you want to achieve tonight? What do you want to get from tonight? Second, how do you want to get it? Two things. What and how. Number one night better than 1,000 months. If you came here without any plan, without not knowing what you want, I don't know what will be the opportunity. Usually when we have opportunity in life, we plan for it, we invest for it, we're making sure that we don't miss that opportunity, right? It is a big concern. Ya Allah, you're providing this night for me. Not only that, you invited me to come to this majlis, sitting in front of Qibla. What do you want me to ask you? What do you want me to ask you, Allah? What even I have to ask you, I should ask you? That it will be equal or good that I say, I had this opportunity and I asked for something that was very valuable this night. Remember this example, as I keep saying? If they tell you that you go have a meeting with an official in this war, a president, a mayor, or someone, and you can ask whatever you want, I will give it to you. Someone goes to the office and says, if you can please buy me a bicycle. You had the opportunity to ask for whatever you wanted. You lost that opportunity. Ya Allah, one night better than 1,000 months. My concern is that, what do I even want tonight? You're asking yourself right now, right? What do you even want tonight? A night that full of mysteries and rams and ras. What do I mean by that? We don't know the calculation behind this. You see this TV, you see the computer, you don't know what's the calculation behind this, how it's working. We just hear better than 1,000 months. What do you mean by that? The best of all night, that ibadah and worship is on the peak of it, in night of Qadr. Throughout the whole year, the peak of ibadah and worship is when? Night of Qadr. It became, coincidentally, all together next to the shahadat of the best of all people, Amir al-Mu'mineen. Is it an accident? Accidentally they're all together? No. We know that in the hukumat of Allah, in the system of Allah, nothing is by accident. No. If we have that more than 1,000 months next to, actually in the same night of the shahadat of Awwal Mazloom of this world and Alam Amir al-Mu'mineen, there is some secrets behind this. There's some secrets behind this. You know why we are together tonight here? We're together tonight to do the ibadat of tafakkur, the ibadat of thinking and pondering. What do you mean, say it? Remember that hadith? At-tafakkuru afdal min ibadat as-sab'ina sana. Thinking is better than 70 years of not knowing what you do ibadah without knowledge. So now count this. Who knows math? 1 hour of thinking better than 75 years. Times 1,000 months. Count it for me. 75 times 83 something years. How smart you guys are. You don't want to waste your time. You're going to go fast to get what you have to get. And we're doing the congregational tafakkur together. Jama'at tafakkur together. We're sitting because our destiny is going to be determined in this night and the nights until the next night of Qadr. All together, we're sitting here. Showing it to Allah, talking to Allah. Ya Allah. We know that if we come together, there's more chance. There's more chance. Going back to the question that I asked, what do you want tonight? What is your haja tonight? What is your request? Let me tell you what it is. Depends on what is your capacity, what is your level, you ask for something. Some people tonight, their capacity will be only the request of this dunya, something. And there's nothing wrong, by the way. Some people go higher than that. Some people go higher than that. Ya Allah, tonight is not the night of speech. It's night of relationship with Him. It's night of talking to Him. I'm talking out loud on behalf of myself. If you want to get something from my speeches, you can talk to Allah this way or however you want. Wherever you're sitting tonight, see yourself in the middle, somewhere a desert. No one is there, and you with Allah. You are in a relationship with Him. He invited you, inshallah, to be here. No? You just look at me, but go somewhere else where I'm talking. Ya Allah, I know that you know what I need in this dunya. I know you know about my dunyavi request, my hajat. But I want you from you tonight. I want you from you tonight. Why every single time I sit down in front of you, I have to keep saying, I need this, I need this, I need this, give it to me, give it to me. Isn't it? It's not fair. A child comes to the father or mother every single time, only when they have hajjah. Or whenever they come to visit, please give me something, please give me something. Go visit your parents sometimes just for the sake of the parents, huh? Just because you love your parents. Ya Allah, tonight I'm here. Don't say it if you cannot. I don't want anything. I just came here to say I love you. I know you know what I need and you will give it to me. For sure. But help me to go to the next level, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, let me go back to you. Let me get connected to you. My whole life so far, I lived for myself and what I thought is correct. You help me tonight. Live the way that you want from tonight. Help me to be the one that you want, not the one that I want. I'm tired of myself, Ya Allah. I'm tired of living the way that I think is correct. Because I keep failing. I keep making a mistake. I keep coming. You know what, Ya Allah? I don't want that one day they put my body in the mortuary. The one who is going to wash my body, I'm dead. He's pouring water on myself. He asked others, what was his job? He was just, working in this dunya 40, 50, 60 years, and then he collected this much amount of money. He had few houses and few cars, and that's it. He's dead now. I don't want it. I'm sure I don't want that. I want to have something extra. What do you want from God tonight? وهو الشهر التوبة والإنابة. Ramadan is a month of tawbah and repentance. Night of Qadr is a night of repentance. Tonight, you should put your head down in front of Allah. You know someone who is faqir, is in need, comes to you, the one who has more life, they just put their head down in front of you. They don't even have to say anything. The more humble and the more hopeless they are themselves from themselves, the more you help them. لأي الأمور أشكو إليك. Ya Allah, I complain from what in front of you. وَلِمَا أَذَجُّ وَأَبْكِي. For what I have to cry and yell tonight. I'm not crying because of myself. What our father is saying, we have khalvat and uzlat. You know this word? Khalvat and uzlat. Uzlat means you get away from the world, the community, the people. We don't have this in Islam. And that's easy word. Uzlat means get away from people. Khalvat means get away from yourself. Get away from yourself. Ya Allah, tonight I want to get away from myself. I want to get closer to you. I want you to help me tonight in this night of Qadr, Ya Allah, to see things differently. To have a different perception. I want from tonight, I give my life to you, and you be my manager from tonight. The manager of my life. So I know whatever is going to happen from tomorrow, I know Allah is in charge of that. He's changing it for me. Ya Allah, I'm sitting here tonight to repent to you, to ask you to help me to get closer to you. Second question I asked, what was that? How can we achieve it? How can we achieve it? I said tonight is Sayyidul Layali, the best of all night. If you want to comprehend and experience Sayyidul Layali, the best of all nights, you have to go and ask and find help from Sayyidul Kalam, which is what? The best of all words, and Kalam is what? Quran. And from the Sayyidul Anam, the best of all people, which is Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his family. When you deal with the best, you have to go with the best path. Sayyidul Layali, the best of all nights, you have to go through the best of kalam and words from the best of all people, Rasulullah and his family. A little bit from now, I would tell you to grab Quran and put on top of your head. Right? You know the dua that we keep reciting when we put the Quran on top of your head? We say, Allahumma bihaqqi hadha al-Quran, for the sake of this Quran. وَبِحَقِّ مَنْ أَرْسَلْتَهُ بِهِ, and for the sake of the one that you send Quran to, Rasulullah. وَبِحَقِّ كُلِّ مُؤْمِنٍ مَدَحْتُهُ فِيهِ, and for the sake of any mu'min that on top of all mu'mineen and believers is Amir al-Mu'mineen and his children. How should I ask for my hajat tonight? How can I get back to Allah? بحق هذا القرآن بحق من أرسلته به بحق كل مؤمن. Any parts of Quran you recite, it says mu'min, mu'minun. The best example of mu'min is who? Amir al-Mu'minin and Ahl al-Bayt alayhim as-salatu was-salam. Tonight, alhamdulillah, you're so rich. That's the point. Some people, they want to go, they sit in front of Qibla. Some people, they want to ask Allah, but their hands are empty. They don't have something to present to Allah. Or they go halfway with something they have to present. Now your hands are full of the best of things that Allah says, if you want to come to me, bring these things. Bring Quran to me, bring Ahlul Bayt to me, I will answer. But Sayyid, what do you mean? I have repented to Allah many times and I broke my promises, and you don't know what I did. I know you said Allah is so and so, but I am disappointed myself. I'm not sure about my past. Sometimes, some teachers, they said, I only work with best students. Best students. If you're already a genius, I'll work with you. It's not a big deal. Some teacher would say, no, I work with those who always fail. Ya Allah, help me to say it the way that it's not wrong. I know you love those who are the best to do ibadah and worship you always, but we know you love us sinners as well. Sometimes you love us more than others. Like that teacher who is waiting for the one who was always failing. One day he get a good grade. The teacher said, Alhamdulillah, mashallah, you did a great job today. You did good. I said, do you have a proof? Yeah. Allah. He punished his prophet Yunus. He sent it to the mouth of a well. Why? Because why you left? Those ibad that they didn't know me, they didn't worship me, they were against me, they were committing sins. Not because of group of Anbiya and Awliya. Yunus was not punished to be in the, not because the awliya are there, you left awliya. No. Because you left those people who don't even know me, who commit sins left and right, but I want them to come back to me. I want them to come back to me. Ya Allah, what are you doing with me tonight? I feel like you pushed me to come here. I feel like you are going to tell me something. You're telling me something, Ya Allah, help me, I can't. I'm desperate tonight. I don't know what I don't even know what I should ask you tonight. Josh and Kabir that we're going to recite inshallah. There are two phrases of this dua that we repeat 2 times. I just heard today, someone was saying, it was very interesting. Subhanallah. You are Rabb, you're God, you don't need me. Why you're saying and help asking me to tell you, Ya man huwa biman rajahu kareem. You're the one that whoever has hope in you You're so merciful and caring to them. You don't disappoint them. يَا مَنْ هُوَ بِمَنْ أَسَاءُ حَلِيمٌ. You're so patient with those who disobey you. Isn't he? You tell me. If I could, if it was permitted to reveal, I could tell you. I know you could tell me how many times you did it, you made a mistake, you committed something wrong, and he closed his eyes. Sometimes a father, he sees a son is doing something, a mother, but they overlook. I didn't see it. I'm waiting for him to come back and fix it. Let me tell you something that I want to set your heart on fire right now with this tradition. When I hear this tradition, I am so ashamed of myself with Allah. Allah, can you please don't talk to us this way? Because I feel I don't know what I feel, but it's too much. You're saying that Ilahi, he is saying that to his abd, Allah is saying, Abdi, bihaqqika alayhi uhibbuk. For the sake of the right that you have over me, I love you. فَبِحَقِّي عَلَيْكِ أَحِبَّنِي. For the sake of the right that I have over you, you should love me too. Allahu Akbar. What kind of right I have over you, Ya Allah, that you're telling me for the sake of the right that I have over you? When I look at myself is full of disobedience and mistakes. Now you're telling me I have right over you? And you're saying for the sake of my love, my haqq, you love me back. How beautiful is this relationship? How amazing is this Lord and Creator? There's no dead-ended road in this region. No matter who you are, where you are, come back. Do you think we are sitting here, we are eager to go back to Allah? Wallahi, He is more eager to have us back. We're not looking for Imam of Asr. He is looking for us. I said that. Ali ibn Mahziyah, you heard his name, right? 40 times he went to Hajj at that time to visit Imam of Asr. 40 times. Each trip was taking 6 months probably to get there. And he was going to Arafat to see Imam of Asr. Because each year, if you want to make sure 100% where's Imam of Asr, he's in Hajj. He couldn't see Imam for 40 years. The last year that he went, somehow they told him that's the tent of Hujjat ibn al-Hasan al-Mahdi. In parenthesis, let's wish. Is it possible that I wish, Ya Allah, one day I see Mahdi as well? You said better than 1,000 months. Didn't you say Allah? You said that, right? You know that it's in Quran. So one amal is better, one wish is better than wish of 1,000 months, 80 something years. Can I wish today that I see one time Mahdi somehow? Then I don't want to see anything else, Ya Allah. I know that. They're showing us that Imam is in the tent. Ali ibn Majid is narrating how he saw Imam. He says, I opened the curtain in the tent. I went inside. I saw Imam. And he's saying the beauty of Imam, how he looked amazing, good for you. And he said, what Imam told me, the first thing he said, Ali ibn Majid, we were waiting for you. We were waiting for you days and nights. Where have you been? Why you came late? You were waiting for me, or I was looking for you. What took you so long days and nights to get to us? Ya Almighty, tonight we thought we are waiting for you, but now you're telling us, inshallah, you are among us and you are looking for us to come back. It's not us, no. If it was me, Ya Allah, Ya Mahdi, I know many times I failed. Many times I wanted to make it and I couldn't. That's why I'm so tired of myself tonight. That's why I'm done with myself. If you want to take my hand, take my hands, do something with me. I want you to do something. Yes, again I'm going to do tawbah. You know what? Because in Quran, Ya Allah, you said yourself, Inna Allah yuhibbut tawwabin. He loves those people who keep repent. Tawwabin means they repent a lot. So I should have I'm going to put somehow, inshallah, it's not wrong. So I should have something wrong, something, Ya Allah, a mistake, a sin, so I come back to you and repent. You're teaching me. I know I made a mistake, but if I didn't have them, probably I wouldn't be sitting here tonight and saying, Allah, forgive me, Allah, help me, and help my family. You created me this way. I'm so weak, I'm so disappointed, I'm so surrendered by my ego, Ya Allah. You created me this way. You help me. I'm here, I'm sitting here. I'm trying to do whatever I can. They told us, come at night of God, we're sitting here, dua, Quran, Jush, and we're going to do what else, Ya Allah? I don't know. The rest is in your hand, Ya Allah. Go read the dua of Imam Sajjad with Allah to see how he is talking to Allah. When it comes to tawbah, let me tell you what. First of all, if any of you guys sitting here, you're disappointed, you're doubting, do you think Allah is going to forgive me? Please leave. Or change your mind. Because you might affect the rest. The worst of all sins is what? Disappointment in Allah's mercy. I said this tradition before. Musa and his family, one day, and his community, one day they had, one whole time, they had famine. No rain, no water, nothing. Musa said, let's go to the desert and start praying. Salah this and ask for rain. They went outside, praying. Musa is praying, the rain is not coming. The rain is not coming. Musa looked at the sky, what's going on? It looks bad, I'm ahead of them, I'm praying, what's going on? The wahy came. Someone is in the middle of that jam group. That he is a sinner. Until the time that he leaves, we're not going to answer the dua. He has to stand up and he has to leave. If he is among you, I'm not going to accept your dua. Musa announced. Says, one of you guys, I don't know who you are, you have to stand up and leave, because the Wahid says, as long as you're in the community among us, the dua is not going to listen. Before Musa finishes, the rain came, and no one left. No one left. Musa says, Ya Allah, what's going on? What happened? Allah said, Musa, forget about this. He is already connected to us. He repented. He repented. How much Allah loves you tonight that you're sitting here in front of Allah. Now, if we could see, inshallah, there is a nur connected to your heart from the ashes of Allah, inshallah. They're looking at you. They're looking at you. When it comes to making a mistake and tawbah, we have three different groups of people. Three different apologies. One group, they go sit in front of Allah and says, no, I didn't do anything wrong. No, that's not my plan. Until the day of judgment, that they show them everything. The second group, they start justifying. Ya Allah, yeah, I know I made a mistake, but let me explain it to you. Because of him, because of her, I made this. They try to justify. There's no hope in this two groups. There's one more group. They come in front of Allah. They show their hands and say, Ya Allah, he sees everything. I know I made a mistake. I have nothing to justify. I have nothing to say. It's my bad. I made a mistake, and I humbly ask you to forgive me. I don't want to justify it. There's nothing to justify, Ya Allah, tonight. There's nothing to justify. The only thing is that I know I'm poor. I know I made a mistake. I can't. Then Allah says, I love this act. Hey, angels, look around. Look, we found him. We found him. We found her. She just told us. If a poor person comes in front of you, this is the secret behind the tawbah of Night of Qadr. The secret. Someone comes to you, says, please help me. You know, I need help. Why? I mean, I'm good. I just need a little bit of more money to take care of myself. You're not going to help that person. Someone comes in front of you and says, I have nothing left. Help me.
I'm all desperate. Then you help this person as much as you can, right? Al-muqarru bil-dhanb ta'ib. First you confess that you did wrong. This is a condition of tawbah. Wherever you're sitting right now, for a second close your eyes and says, Ya Allah, I know I can't hide anything from you. I know that. And I know you know everything. Now let me confess to you, Ya Allah, I know I'm desperate. I know I make a mistake. The more you can, you put yourself down in front of Allah. The more you put yourself down, the more He will raise your hand. Abu Turab, one of the names of Amir al-Mu'minin is what? Abu Turab. In front of Allah, he is equal to Turab, to dirt. In front of Allah, he cries and he sits down and he lay down and he cries and he would. وَنَفْسِي بِجَنَايَتِهَا وَنَفْسِي بِخِيَانَتِهَا. Ya Ali, Ali, Ya Allah, Ali betrayed himself. Ali is saying this. Ali is saying this. When you go to the doctor, you openly show your pain. This is what I do. Help me. Help me. And Allah yuhibbu tawwabin. He loves to see that you keep coming and doing tawbah. 57 times. Imam Hussein was 57 years old when he became shaheed. 57 times in the Quran Allah says, I'm Rahman, I have mercy. 145 times in the Quran says, I'm Rahim, specific mercy I have for specific of my ibad. 200 times it says, I'm Wadud, specifically I love you. Ya Allah, if you even said that one time, I would have agreed, I would have accepted. Why you keep repeating in the Quran that you're merciful, you're Rahim? I know why. You try to prove it to me. Ya Allah, should I say it or not? Because my sins, the meaning of sin is that I don't trust you. I don't trust you. If I trusted you, I wouldn't make a mistake. I wouldn't commit sins. Huh? It's good to go to Masibah in the middle of this speech. There were some people at the time of Amir al-Mu'minin at night, he held the hand of Hassan and Hussein and Zahra on the horse. He knocked on the door of each of the people in Medina, help me. They said, Ya Ali, we don't trust you. We're not going to help you. Ya Allah, I don't want to be like those group of people who didn't trust Ali. I don't want to be among the group of people who their mistrust to Ali made Ali became shaheed tonight. No, I don't want to have anything associated with those people. I hate to have anything in common with those people that are the enemies of Zahra. Ya Allah, is it because I didn't trust you? You keep repeating in the Quran that you forgive me, you're Rahim, you're merciful. Is it because of my mistakes? Ya Rab, Ya Allah, you have the prestige. You're my creator. How many times you tell me, Ya Ali, وَهُوَ الَّذِي يَقْبَلُ التَّوْبَةَ عَنْ عِبَادِهِ. He is the one who accepts tawbah from his ibad, his servants. Wallahi, this is the best condition that Allah loves to see his ibad sitting down in front of him and trying to do tawbah, trying to repent, trying to get connected to him. Someone came to Ma'soom and he says, came to Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He says, Ya Rasulullah, I did something horrible. I have no hope in Allah's forgiveness. Rasulullah keeps saying, no, Allah will forgive you. He says, Ya Rasulullah, you don't know what I did. You don't know what I did. It's so big, so horrible. Rasul says, all right. Is it bigger than Allah? He says, no. Is it bigger than Allah's mercy? No. Then why are you losing your hope? Hajjaj ibn Yusuf al-Thaqafi is one of the worst characters in the whole history of the Islam and whole world. He was so against Ahlul Bayt and anyone from the generation of Ahlul Bayt and anyone the Muhibbin of Ahlul Bayt. 100 and something Sayyid, he beheaded them. 100 and something Sayyid, right? 120 I think. And he put them in, he made the wall with their bodies and their heads. Just because they're Sayyid in the generation of Amir al-Mu'minin. 100 and something, 20 something like that. One day in Ramadan, listen to this, and tonight, know who is your God. One of his friends went to visit him. He said in the middle of the day of Ramadan, he's eating. He says, Hajjaj, why are you eating this Ramadan? Apparently you're Muslim. He says, Khuda Hafiz, what do you mean by fasting? Oh, Allah is not going to forgive me. I killed 120 something innocent people, Sayyid person, until you say, there's no hoping Allah forgive you. And the guy said, probably he's right, 100 something, I'm fasting. He went to Imam Masum and he told Imam, what happened? Hajjaj is saying this. Listen to this. Imam says, the adhab and the punishment and the sin of him being disappointed in Allah's mercy is worse than killing all the Sayyid and making a wall with that. Allah, my God. And I think you're not going to forgive me. What did you think about Allah? That someone sitting somewhere, whatever you do, you pray, you cry. I know the eyes of many of you guys are watery. You cry, you repent, you come back, you do Quran, you ibadat, you whatever you can. And it's still Allah says, let me see if I want to forgive you or not. No, that's not the God that we know. The God that we know. Ya Allah, you already proved your mercy to us. You showed that you do and you can. Why? Because I know many people, they made a mistake and you forgave them and took their hand in a second. Ya Allah, I know I made a lot of mistakes. I did many things wrong. But I am 100% sure I didn't block the water from my Imam of As and his family. I know I didn't do what Rabbi Yasid he did in Karbala. I know many times I broke the heart of my Imam of As when he saw me outside doing something. But I never blocked him and deprived him and his little children from water. Or did it and you took his hand and you helped him, Ya Allah. I know you're going to help me as well, Ya Allah. You're just waiting for me to prove it to you. You're just waiting for me. Is it enough, Ya Allah? Are you happy now? You can turn this light a little bit off. On the sister's side, turn all of them off. Turn one on here. Yeah. Sisters, turn all of them off. Turn all of them off. You know why we turn the light off? If there's anyone who is shy to cry, to get connected to Allah, now take advantage of the darkness of the night. We have Laylatul Qadr. We don't have Yawmul Qadr. We have Night of Qadr. That means take advantage of the darkness of the night. Wherever you're sitting, don't talk to anybody else. You know, when you are so disappointed, when you have a musibah in your life, you know that. If you lost a beloved ones, you don't talk to anyone. You don't want to eat. You don't want to interact with anyone. You just want to sit one corner of the room and just cry and cry and cry. Ya Allah, I am disappointed. I just want to sit one corner, put my head against the wall and just cry and cry and cry for what I did so far in my life. Are you happy, Ya Allah, now? Do you want this? I know that you wanted me to be here, inshallah, and I am, Ya Allah. The rest is in your hand. Ya Allah, I know I didn't trust you, but can I ask you something? Before you give my transcript to Mahdi tonight, can you do something so he won't know that I didn't mistrust him? Do something, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, forgive my sins before you give my a'mal to Mahdi tonight to sign them. What is going to happen to me for next year? Ya Allah, whatever you want to put in my transcript tonight, my a'mal, Ya Allah, just do something and put something. I can't be away from you for another year, Ya Allah. Whatever you want to put there, do something that I'll be with you for another year at least until next Ramadan. I can't afford it anymore, Ya Allah. I can't. Shaitan is so strong. From left and right, back and forth, he's attacking me. If Shaitan is not there, my nafs is putting me down, Ya Allah. Help me, Ya Allah. Help me, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, forgive this mistake and this sin of not trusting you, Ya Allah. Forgive me, Ya Allah. Let's do something that from tonight I will trust you more, Ya Allah. I don't want anything. I just want to feel a little bit of the muhabba that Ali had from you in his heart. I know I can't have to that level, but a little bit of what Ali had in his heart, Ya Allah. What is that love? Let me tell you what. The love that Asma said one day Ali came to the house of Rasulullah. He said, it's only Ali and Rasulullah. They're talking privately with each other. She said, I don't know what Rasulullah was telling Ali, but I knew that whatever he was saying, the vein of the neck of Ali was moving. I could see Ali become so angry, but he was controlling himself. And Ali all of a sudden says, Ya Rasulullah, if I tolerate that, would that help Islam or not? Then I realized Rasulullah is telling Ali, one day in the alleys of Medina, they are going to slap your wife, Ali, you have to tolerate that. Ali, they're going to break the ribs of your wife, but you should be quiet and don't say anything, Ya Ali. Rasulullah, that's difficult. I'm Ali, I'm so qayyur, I have qira. I'm the one who pulled out the door of Khaybar. I know, Ali, that's why you have to do this to help Islam. If I be quiet, Ya Rasulullah, is it going to help Islam? Yes, Ali, do that. Ali, do that. That is why Fatimiyya is the end of the life of Ali. Ramazan is not the end. The body of Amir al-Mu'mineen, yes, the shahadat of Ali physically was in Ramazan, but the actual time that Ali passed away was when he saw his wife on the deathbed. Hassanain, they ran towards the masjid. Oh father, come back. How old are they? 4 or 5 years old. Baba, come back home. What happened? We don't think that you will see our mothers alive anymore. This is the worst news that Ali can hear. If you went to Medina, you know how close is the house of Ali to Masjid al-Nabi. The history is saying, narration is saying, as soon as Ali heard that, he ran towards the house. Few times your master and your Mawla fell down on the ground. Tonight is the night of the Shahada. Turn off the light so whoever is left to be connected, get connected to Allah and Amir al-Mu'mineen. Let me tell you, tonight is the Shahada of Ali. They said many of those times that Ali fell down. Some of those times Ali fell down on the ground on his face on the ground. Ali can pull out a door of Khaybar, but cannot stand the news of the shahadat of his wife Zahra. This husband and wife, they're so similar to each other. Amir al-Mu'mineen came to the house, he grabbed the head of Zahra, he put it on his thigh. These lovers are talking to each other. Ali is saying, Zahra is crying, Zahra is saying, Ali is crying. Close your eyes, go to the house of Zahra. Amir al-Mu'mineen is saying, Zahra John, why are you crying? What is the reason that you are crying? Zahra says, Ya Ali, I know that when I was alive, they didn't respond to your salam. I know when I go away from this dunya, what they are going to do to you. I am crying for your mazlumiyya and ghurbat, Ya Ali. Ali said, Dafalni bil-layl, Basilni bil-layl. Also, Ali was buried at night. For many years, no one knew where is the grave of Amir al-Mu'mineen. At night, they buried Amir al-Mu'mineen. He loves to be like Zahra, that's why. That is the reason. Imam Hassan and Hussein, they said when we buried our father Amir al-Mu'mineen, we were coming back at the Darwaza Kufa, at the gate of the Kufa. We saw that in the ruined place, we saw that a very old person, he was blind, he's crying, and he's asking for someone. We went inside and says, oh brother, what are you crying for? Why are you crying? He said, I don't know. Every night this time someone was coming to this kharaba and was helping me, was sitting next to me, was talking to me, he was helping me. It's been few nights I'm not seeing that man anymore. Imam Hassan says, do you know his name? No, I don't know. Do you know how he looked like? No, I don't know, I am blind. Any nishani, any sign. I just know when he was coming and he was saying tasbih, the whole world, the trees and everyone around us was doing tasbih with him. Imam Hassan says, oh man, that was our father Ali, we were just coming back from his burial. As soon as that man heard, Ali was coming to me every single night. Why at me that I didn't recognize Ali? Ya Hussein. Let me tell you one thing, Ya Ali. I'm going to wrap up here. Let me tell you one thing. You passed away. Your wife, your daughter on one side, your sons on one side of the bed. I know how hard it was for you to see the tears of Zainab, but you were in peace next to your family. Ya Ali, you know what happened in Karbala when Hussein on the ground. Now your Zainab is coming after the body of Hussein. Hussein, how can I find you? You don't have a head on your body. Ya Ali, you were on your deathbed. Hussein was 3 days on the desert of Karbala, under the sun. You can't tolerate to see the tears of Zainab, Ya Ali. You know what happened to your Zainab? That when Shem, if I want to say that, inshallah, I want you to raise your voice. This is the Shahadat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Don't be quiet. Cry the way that you cry for your own Masa'ib, for your own family. Tonight is the night of Ali. Cry out loud, don't be shy. That Zainab, that when she saw Hussein on the ground and Shem on top of the chest of Hussein, Zainab towards that leg a few steps. Shem, do not do that. Few steps back. Few steps back towards children. I have to go take care of children. You know the meaning of mustar, that means there's no more way, there's no hope. Zainab is mustar of Karbala, between the body of Hussein, Qatlegah and children of Khiyam. Assalamu alaykum ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Go to Najaf, Ya Allah. Close your eyes, go to Najaf. That's the end of our masab here right now. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Ya Allah. If they want to come inside, they want to come inside. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Go to Najaf. Stand in front of the Zarih of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Tonight, some night like tonight, Imam and Imam Hussein and Hassan, they were holding one side of the tabut of Ali, and on the other side, the angels were holding the tabut. Assalamu alaykum ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Is it possible one night that me and you go to the haram of Amir al-Mu'mineen and say this salam on one night of Qadr? Close your eyes and go. Yes, go to Najaf. Assalamu alaykum ya Yasubuddin. Ya Ali, look at these brothers and children and sisters tonight in this majlis. They are sitting and waiting for your rahmah. Take a look at these people, Ya Ali. There's one important thing to tell you as well. What are they waiting for?
Please.
Tell them to come in, they're waiting over there if they want to come in, come in. Close it, turn off the light, turn off the light. That's fine, just a little bit of the light is enough for them. But tonight one more thing is happening as well. Tonight Amir al-Mu'mineen is going to see his wife Zahra as well. He's going to say, Ya Zahra, all this time that I was away from you, how difficult it was for me, Ya Zahra. Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Zikr Ali Badah, Ya Allah, say the Zikr of Ali. Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali. Don't be quiet tonight. You can stand up inshallah, and let's get ready for Matam. Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali. Still a night like this, the Tabut of Ali was carrying towards the grave of Ali. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, these brothers and sisters, they have the muhabbat of you in the Lord. Take a look at these people, Ya Ali. Say the zikr of Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, we have more people than this voice, inshallah. Raise your voice, Ya Allah. Ya Ali, Ya Ali, MashaAllah. Don't be quiet. You should all be zakir tonight. All of you are zakir. MashaAllah, sister on the other side. Ya Ali, Ya MashaAllah. It was dark when they were carrying the tabut of Ali as well. Say Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, MashaAllah. Ya Ali,
Ali Mala, 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 Ali Mala,
حیدر مولا علی مولا حیدر مولا علی مولا حیدر مولا علی مولا مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم بعد 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 مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا زخمی مسجد میں دکھی زخمی مسجد میں دکھی زینب کا بابا ہو گیا مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم بعد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم بعد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم بعد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا مومنوں تو بہاؤ فرصت حسین کو مومنوں تو بہاؤ فرصت حسین کو آج کوفہ میں قتل آج کوفہ میں قتل کعبے کا کعبہ ہو گیا ظلم بعد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم بعد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم بعد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا زخمی مسجد میں دکھی زخمی مسجد میں دکھی زینب کا بابا ہو گیا ظلم بعد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم بعد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا اے خدا تجھ کو مبارک تیرا یہ ماہ سیام اے خدا تجھ کو مبارک تیرا یہ ماہ سیام جس میں زینب لکھی گئی جس میں زینب لکھی گئی اور دین زندہ ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا زخمی مسجد میں دکھی زخمی مسجد میں دکھی زینب کا بابا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا دوڑتی آتی تھی زینب گر رہی تھی کعبہ دوڑتی آتی تھی زینب گر رہی تھی کعبہ پریشانی ہے زہرا کے پریشانی ہے زہرا کے پر شیر پر پاپ ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا زخمی مسجد میں دکھی زخمی مسجد میں دکھی زینب کا بابا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا ظلم خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا مومنوں تو بہاؤ پرسا دو حسنین کو مومنوں تو بہاؤ پرسا دو حسنین کو آج کوفہ میں قتل آج کوفہ میں قتل کعبے کا کعبہ ہو گیا خاد مصطفیٰ سادات پہ کیا ہو گیا یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین علی مولا حیدر مولا علی مولا
ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون میں مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا خون میں مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون میں مسلح امام کا مرتضیٰ کی یاد ہے مرتضیٰ کی یاد ہے مرتضیٰ کی یاد ہے محراب سے صدا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون میں مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون میں مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون میں مسلح امام کا مرتضیٰ کی یاد مسلح امام کا
مسجد میں ابن ملجم ہلو کی تیغ سے سر پہ لگی ہے ضرب شہ مشرقین کی مولا پہ کیسا ظلم یہ
مولا پہ کیسا ظلم ہے
مولا پہ کیسا ظلم یہ سجدے میں ہو گیا
ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا
اس ضرب سے شگاف جمیع علماء کی ہے تصویر خون قومی ہوئی اللہ کی ہے قریوں کے ہر مراق پر ہے
قریوں کے ہر مذاق پر ہے
قریوں کے ہر مراق پر ہے رنگ ہی نہ چڑھا
ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا
مولا کو دیکھ کر یہ زینب کے لب پہ کچھ تو بتاؤ اے میرے بھائی حسن حسین کس نے ہمارے بابا کا
اس نے ہمارے بابا کا
کس نے ہمارے بابا کا یہ حال کر دیا
ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا
محبوب کا ہے خلد میں اب روح مصطفیٰ قربہ سے خاک اڑاتی یہاں سیدہ سمر جو آپ نے
سمر جو آپ کے
سمر جو آپ نے رو رو کے ہے پڑھا
ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا ڈوبا ہوا ہے خون مسلح امام کا
مولا علی
حیدر مولا علی مولا 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 حیدر مولا
اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد. I'm grateful to all of you. اللہ آپ کو سلامت رکھے. ماشاءاللہ